welcome to this video. Thank you so much for being here with me today. My name's Meg if you don't already know me, and I make videos on art, wellness, and small business content. So if any of that interests you, please consider subscribing and like this video if you enjoy it. I thought I would come in with another business video and talk about resin items that sell best on my shop, items that I think are cost efficient to make, so the profit is much bigger than some of my other items. First and most obvious one we have to get out of the way are letter keychains. Those will probably always be my number one seller. I think people love them because you can really customize them. You can choose the flower color, gold, rose gold, or silver flakes, what color keychain you want. I have gold and silver, of course, what letter you want. So I feel like because it was so custom, people could really make it their own, and that was a great seller. Also very affordable. Bookmarks are a great seller. I have always sold out of those anytime I did like a market or had them on my Etsy shop. Kind of universal. They could be sent to anybody or bought for anybody, whereas obviously a letter keychain is very customized. So bookmarks are great to throw in a birthday gift or Mother's Day gift, stocking stuffer. I use various plants and flowers in these. Bookmark tassels are very inexpensive, and I never had a bookmark mold break. I reused those all the time. Of course, you're not using a lot of resin, it's very thin. Any sort of car mirror hanging sold really well, because I mean most people have a car or have a car that they drive often. I found my Celestial Suns sold very well. Those were a little bit more time consuming because I did have to color them in after, and then I would seal them with varnish, but they weren't the most time consuming project I had. They're pretty much my favorite thing to make. I've always wanted a Celestial Sun tattoo. I also did like a moon phases car mirror hanging. My floral wall hangings sold really well, especially around Mother's Day and for people's birthdays. I felt like they were the most popular gift idea, which was super fun. I had a couple of custom order requests. Oh, could you make it with red flowers? So then I eventually opened up a custom order listing on Etsy where people were able to choose their flower colors, choose their chain color. Again, I had gold, rose gold, silver, and I also had copper. I feel like the mail has gotten a little bit stricter lately, but I could actually get those floral wall hangings through Postage Mail in the past. I think I would just need an oversized stamp nowadays. 2 days ago, I had one of my customers' items get returned to me in the mail for such a light item, so I think they're getting a little bit more strict. I would use an oversized stamp, but since they're really thin, the floral wall hangings, you only have to make them about as thick to be to cover a flower, so they're easy to send through Postage Mail, which is another reason why I love making them. My large resin letters, when I say large, they were about this big, which compared to my keychains, they were pretty large. I did that with custom names on them. I will say this one is so time consuming that I don't know if it's the best profit wise, but I had the most returning customers with it. So I had people message me, hey, I really loved this. Can I please have one for my niece or nephew or cousin, whatever it would be, a new baby coming into the family. So I made quite a bit of those, and it was cool because I had a lot of options. Quick business tip, if you give your customer way too many options, they'll likely get overwhelmed and not want to buy anything. And that was my mistake with the large letters, is I would put so many options. You can have colors, no colors, clear, ombre. It was like I should have just done solid colors and flowers, or maybe like 2 colors. And I had a lot of different font colors and font choices. It was just like a lot of customization, which is great, but for a small business, I don't think it's necessarily the best. And yeah, like I said, when you have way too many options, people can like want to buy anything. I had a sales job for a very brief moment, and I remember learning that in my orientation, that you overwhelm customers with too many options. So that kind of stuck with me. The only thing I hated was using the Cricut. I need to sell my Cricut because I don't use it anymore. I found like the weeding of the letters very time consuming. Sometimes it wouldn't stick to the transfer paper, and then you put it on the letter, and then I'd have to seal it with UV resin. It was a lot of love and work, and then you don't want to charge people a huge amount for a letter this big. However, I did get a lot of sales with them, so you can take what you want with that information. Okay, those are the items that sold best on my Etsy shop. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I'd love to have you here. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!